Okay, guys, so, I'm not gonna do my normal, video, for right now, just because of a couple of things, just because of the situation right now, and, um, I think it'd be best, because of the fact that everyone's going to be, um, home for a pretty long time, that, that for right now I'm going to be uploading content daily, and this is just the quickest way to upload content daily. Even though we have all this time in the world right now, it's still quicker and easier to do it this way. I also don't have like really great internet since I'm going off of my internet data, so that also doesn't help. And since everybody's home, I think their internet data, their phone data might be conflicting with mine, so that might be a problem. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get better internet within this quarantine, so we'll see. Plus, I think putting up daily videos for right now for your sanity and for mine would be best. I'll continue to work on art in the meantime. You will see the finishing touches of Ian and Indigo. I might put together a video later of it and, I don't know, put something over it later. But for right now, I'm just going to be putting up these daily videos, um, quick videos. I'll also be doing vlogs, on my art channel. I'm also going to be doing vlogs on my regular channel, or on my personal channel. I'll start putting, daily things on my Tumblr as well. I think I'll start doing that now, as well. I don't think this is going to go past a week, but just in case, 2 weeks max, I think right now people are being precautious. I think the CDC is being precautious. I think because of the late reaction, on the part of the government, especially the Oval Office, that the CDC and many local governments are trying to play catch up, and so they are being overly precautious, because of the late reaction, as well as the fact that, there has been a stronger reaction, in other countries that have resulted in higher death rates. So I think we're just trying to get ahead of the curve, and that's not a bad thing. But I don't think it's going to be end of the world, yet. I think if we start getting into the third week, we might want to start creating our long-term emergency preparedness plans. But if it doesn't go past 2 weeks, we're fine. And I mean, obviously, we'll continue to practice social distancing after that. We should also, because we'll need to wait out the flu season, because hospitals will probably still be maxed out and supplies will still be low. It'll take a few more months to recover, but I don't think we'll be in extreme mode too long. Because I'm going to be honest, the swine flu had worse symptoms than the coronavirus, but if we're not smart about it, it will start becoming deadly. So that's the point. We want to be smart. We don't want to be dumb. Being smart is wash your goddamn hands. Only use hand sanitizer if you are out and about and don't have access to soap and water. Social distancing. If you are experiencing symptoms that are like flu symptoms, try to self-medicate for the time being. Unless your symptoms become unmanageable, then go to the hospital, the ER. The reason why this is that if you can manage the symptoms and work your way through it, that's great, because you are probably going to not want to go to the ER or to the hospital for the time being, because you will not get the care you need. You only are going to want to go if it is an absolute emergency at this time, because they are going to be overwhelmed with all sorts of cases. You are going to want to help reduce that. So if you do not need to go to the hospital, do not go. If it is something you can manage, stay home. If it's something that if you got a cold, you got allergy medication, don't go. If it's something you can manage at home, stay home. Something you do have to go to the hospital for, go to the hospital. If you know it's something you can go to, the clinic for. You don't have to go to the ER for, or you can go to your doctor's office for. Go to them. Like, help manage the case level here. Like, keep things to a minimum. Try to help these guys out because they're already pretty overwhelmed. Help the pharmacy out, because they're going to be overwhelmed too. They're probably already overwhelmed, and it's probably not going to get any better for the next couple of days for them. And they don't get to go home. They don't get to be in quarantine. So help everybody out. Practice the CDC. Don't go crazy. Please don't panic buy. Stop panic buying. Don't. Get enough supplies to last you about 2 to 8 weeks. That is probably all you need for right now. Max. 8 weeks max for right now. If it goes past that long, we got a whole nother set of problems on our hands, but you don't need more than 8 weeks worth of supplies. I know I'm touching my face, but I'm at home and I can go wash my hands when I'm done. And it's just me and my cats, and guess what? From what I know, cats can't catch it. There's been a recorded case of one dog catching it, but I don't know how bullshit that link is, so could be complete and utter bullshit, so there you go. I've also saw a link of like, oh, ibuprofen can potentially cause problems with the corona. Like, did the CDC say this? No? Yeah, but somebody for the WHO did. Really? This is, okay, if ibuprofen could potentially cause issues with the COVID-19, why isn't this like a breaking news cross, like, don't use ibuprofen, kind of, okay, so you're telling me that this is just clickbait bullshit. Yeah, I'd be very careful with what you're hearing nowadays. More importantly, if you want to get the correct news source, go to the CDC website. Also be really careful, like, because there's like a Johns Hopkins website over the map of like all the cases and everything, and apparently that's like a Trojan horse, so be careful. Like, make sure you are actually clicking on the CDC website, because people are going to take advantage of you. Like, these hoarders who are panic buying are taking advantage. They are, you know, I've already seen one story of one group of people who are buying up baby wipes and selling them for 4 times that price, and yeah, those, can we all just make a commitment now to, like, memorize the faces of the people who are hoard buying and, like, don't have, like, a family of 10 they're trying to take care of or something? Like, we're not hoard buying, we literally have, like, 18 people in a home, or, like, they're, like, trying to buy supplies for, like, a nursing home or something, or something like that. Like, I run an orphanage, I have a foster care, like, I run a foster, like, I'm a foster parent, and I have, like, a bunch of different kids in one foster home, so I have way too many children, or something like that, you know? And just memorize these people's fucking faces, and just be like, you are not going to be allowed in the survival party. And, like, and also, good job letting us know exactly who has all the supplies, and good job letting us know what you have for defenses, and how much you have in the way of, like, bullets and shit. Because, seriously, if I wanted to, I could start planning out raids right now. How many bullets did you buy? Oh shit, I know exactly how to work around that shit. Because you will eventually run out of goddamn bullets. And unless you are a master bullet maker who's capable of making bullets that will not backfire or jam your gun, you're fucked once you run out of fucking bullets. So either A, you're really proficient with a bow and arrow, in which case that's still super fucking easy to work around once you know what you're fucking doing. If you know Siege Warfare, you're good. I've already watched the Ottoman Empire. I know how to. I have learned how the Ottoman Empire took down took down Constantinople. I'm good. I can take your shit down any day. You don't have the walls of Constantinople. I can work around that. I can work around that. I know how to take down Constantinople. I know how to take down your ass. I have learned from the Greeks. It's called getting all my best buddies together who don't have the coordinated body. Dig a hole. Dig a hole right under your house. I probably shouldn't talk about how I'm going to break in, because then you're just going to find a way around that, and then we'll find a way around that, and then it's just going to be a standoff. Nobody likes that. Or you can just share. You know, cooperation, solidarity, and community are going to be the three fucking things that get our asses through this. Got us through the last couple of almost extinction events, including the Ice Age. We are a cooperative species. Unless we work together, we are fucked. Okay? It isn't survival of the goddamn fittest. Okay? Everybody gets that one wrong. It's about the idea of the fittest traits being passed down to the next generation. It isn't kill or be killed or anything like that. It is literally we have to work together to survive. That is how we survived in the past. That is how we will continue to survive. We are a cooperative social species. We have to work together. That is how we work. Isolation is not good for us. And we can't do things completely on our own. We can't. It is not good for our mental health, and it's not something. Rome was not built by one man. Okay, Rome was built by a bunch of different people that came together and did shit, and it was not built by one man who enslaved a bunch of other people to do his shit because he thought he was better than everybody else. No, it was built by a bunch of people who really believed in this one ideal, and then maybe a few slaves. But the point still stands. Because Rome did have a lot of slaves, and also that's part of the reason why Rome fell, because it was relying too heavily on slave labor. There you go. Because they got too goddamn lazy. So, part of the reasons, no one really, it was a multitude of reasons why the Roman Empire fell. Multitude. A lot of good reasons. But, that being said, we need to work together. We need to have a community as best we can. Social distancing, but work together. Let's not hoard buy. Let's not panic buy. Get enough for about 2 to 8 weeks, I'd say. I mean, I'd also go onto the CDC website to see what they say. They are the experts on this. But my personal opinion is, practice what the CDC says. If you gotta get supplies, 2 to 8 weeks, get through your perishables first, and then wait on the non-perishables. Meal plan, like crazy, because that's gonna help you keep away from, eating through all your food. Try to keep yourself busy, like I'm doing these videos. I'm also working on art. I'm working on my comic book. I'm getting that shit done. I was planning to dust today. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I gotta keep checking in on my schoolwork. School's still on. We're doing virtual lessons, so if work's still out, school's still on. So I still gotta do school. So that's something. It's like something to keep us busy. It's like you still gotta study Spanish. You still got to pay attention to the arts. I gotta sign up for next year. Still gotta do my FAFSA. Yeah, there's plenty of things to do. I have a whole stack of other things here to do. If I get too bored, I just came up with a list of stuff to watch that's free. If I get really desperate, I could spend a little extra money on Netflix, or not on Netflix, on Disney Plus. I have Lord of the Rings, all 3 Lord of the Rings on DVD extended. That'll kill some time. I'm good. I'm good. But do what you can to help out where you can. I know a lot of drag kings have started to read books, live streaming. A lot of people have started doing live streaming events to keep people entertained, calm. You know, some people have been pointing out that there is this thing where behind the scenes they're trying to pass this bill to let people look in on messages, and that's totally a problem, and we should definitely think about that. But right now, my personal thing is like, let's deal with this issue first, because I can't deal with a potential pandemic and 1984 at the same time. Okay? One thing at a time. Pandemic first. Then we start taking care of 1984. One thing at a time. Only so much we can all do. I mean, that's fucking brilliant. Like, turn ourselves into a dictatorship while everybody's stuck in their homes not capable of doing anything because we can't, at risk of killing ourselves or potentially people who are at risk. Because here's the thing, like, you know, like, I'm not at risk of catching the coronavirus because I'm not in that pool, but like people who have certain types of medications, diabetes, asthma, older people, people with autoimmune disorders, people who are pregnant, people who have recently given birth, they're all at risk. People who just recently had pneumonia, people who just came out of a surgery, these are all people at risk because their immune systems are already fucked. People with kidney problems, these are all people at risk. And the thing is that you may not get sick, and you may not display the symptoms, you may be asymptomatic, but that does not mean you're not a carrier. So you don't want to be giving this to somebody that you know will get potentially sick. While no one under the age of 18 has caught coronavirus and gotten legitimately ill, I know there's plenty of kids who, you know, have like leukemia and stuff like that you don't want them catching this. Yeah, so we just want to be careful because we don't want to give it to ourselves, and we do not want to give it to other people. We want to take care of the people around us. And to the people who are talking about, oh, this will thin out the herd, this will lower population. Fuck you. That's fascism, by the way. That's death. You're basically talking about sanctioned genocide. So fuck you, and you can go sit with the Nazis. Go sit with the Nazis, because you're basically practicing the same ideology, just not directly involving yourself in the actual murder. Believe me, I think if the Nazis could actually have unleashed a disease that only hit the people they didn't like, they would have done that. I think they would have preferred to do that over like, oh yeah, let's put him on the gas chamber, you know, like it's okay, because it would have saved them money. Not because they were like, oh, it's more it's more whatever the word humane. It's like, no, it would have saved them money. They're not those kind of people. So now I'm just sitting in my PJs. I don't even care. I'm not wasting clothes. No. There's like, I know, like I did this training class and they were like, oh yeah, you could just like wear your PJ bottoms and a nice shirt. Like, no. I'm sitting here going, no. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing my PJ shirt. Thank you. Like, I am taking a shower and I'm changing only what I have to change to maintain decent hygiene. I am not getting dressed up for your ass. Like, that, no. Like, I will get dressed up to go I won't get, like, dressed up, but I will put on clothes to go grocery shopping. And that's it. Until, like, they lift the quarantine, and then I will actually start doing that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here for right now. I will go ahead and put another video on tomorrow. Again, I will be vlogging on a couple of my other things, if you want to take a look there. Continue the conversation there. If you're looking for more stimuli and emotional, if you want to like actually live chat, I'd suggest going onto Twitch and going onto the Count Jackson stream on Twitch. He's really fun if you're somebody who doesn't feel too intimidated by someone who is into Satanism, but, like, you know, if you're a pagan or whatever, he's a cool guy to talk to, and it just gives you someone to talk to. Let me know if you're interested in talking to me through Discord. I'll open up my link to the links to Discord. Just let me know so I can actually send you the link, so that way the link doesn't like decide to die. I'll have to like keep putting it up for y'all, so just let me know. So that way, but I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. Y'all start getting creepy. I see you, Mr. Let's be friends on Facebook. I can't tell if you're a robot or if you're about to get incel on my ass. And I am not scared to rip you a new one. I'm already been called a self-centered bitch multiple times, so nothing you can say to me is gonna really piss me off. Apart from, like, actually pissing me off, in which case, I don't think you want me to, like, come and hunt you down kind of thing, you know? It's like, are you sure you want to poke that bear? Are you sure you want to poke that bear? Because usually when you poke the bear kills you, or maims you very badly. And Clay's able to bring up the evidence. And nobody finds your body. So I'll open up that link, just, you know, no Nazis, no racism, none of that shit. Like, let's just talk about, like, tips and practical things to do during, like, quarantine, or, I don't know, other fun stuff. Government conspiracy theories that don't involve racism or being a dick to people. Cool shit that we learned. Like, I started watching this series on Dark Tourist, which is basically a bunch of white people doing stupid shit, but it taught me a few things about different cultures, so there you go. You would be surprised how many places in the world have a lot of fucking radiation poisoning, which is kind of scary. It's like, oh, there's scarier things out there. Nice. So yeah, and I'll blog on my Tumblr, I'll be on Twitter doing updates. I've got some more artwork about to come out here on my Ko-Fi and everywhere else. Because I got time to finish this now. Yeah, and I'll keep this up as long as we need to. I'll keep this up, and I'll probably to doing art if the art vlogs speed paints if this becomes a long-term thing. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. If we all gotta move into this nice commune to survive, then I guess we'll just we'll work out those logistics of that. Nobody panic until the 3rd or 4th week of quarantine. Then we all need to start coming up with long-term problem solving, and then be like, yeah, no, this is starting to become a problem. Then it's like, okay, now we need to panic. Or don't panic, actually. Don't. Solve the problem in a constructive and cooperative way. We don't panic, we solve problems. That's what we do. But, yeah, I'm fairly certain that if this starts becoming too out of hand, they'll pump the gas. They're not going to let it get so far that things are going to collapse in on themselves. But we've been through epidemics before, multiple times. You know, like, and I'm not talking about the Black Plague. We've had a smallpox outbreak here in America. We've had the influenza of the 1920s. We've gotten through that. And admittedly, yes, people did die. And we don't want that to happen. We want to be better than that. We want to reduce the number of deaths. We want it to never happen. And we are working towards that. But that does not mean that we cannot survive this. We aren't going to make it through this. It's called let's be smart and let's work together. Again, solidarity, community, and cooperation is what's going to get our ass through this. And you better goddamn stop hoarding the toilet paper, for the love of God. Why? Asshole! Now I know why you need the toilet paper, because you're an asshole. Yeah. You're the person that when the actual apocalyptic event comes, we're not going to let into the survival party. Seriously, people have started to memorize your face because we're like, you You're the one we're gonna leave with the zombies as bait. Alright, well that is all. This is Indigo Nix signing out. Talk to y'all tomorrow. You have a good rest of your night.